Hello, I am so frustrated. I keep making this video over and over. I'll make it too long. I'll do it really fast. I realize that I wasn't showing the right screen, that I'm not sharing my screen when I thought I was. So here we go again. Hello everybody. Sorry for being fussy. It's not your fault. I wanted to show off my version 3 of my MTG Commander, my Magic the Gathering Commander deck box. I'm very proud of and very happy with how it came out. I think it's a good improvement over the last version, which I already thought was the best deck box that you could download and print for free as well. You know, that's, yeah. So, yeah, without further ado, maybe I just hop into sharing it. I've done this video so many times that I can't remember what I've already said now, and it's all running together. So, I need this one to be the right take. I need this one to work. This is the V3 Commander deck box. It has been refactored, designed, or rebuilt from the ground up to be fully parametric, to be very simple, easily and obviously modifiable. If you want to change stuff about how the magnets are on there, which I haven't even told you, there's optional magnets on it now. You can, go to the magnet sketch. And this is, maybe I should name this is like my watermark or whatever. You can take that off if you hate me. I had to put that on there somewhere. But yes, fully parametric. Here's all the parameters that you can modify. There's so many of them. And if needed, I can make a deep dive video showing, describing what each parameter does. But yes, this is all configurable through the Maker World customizer. So if you used V1, a lot of people, sorry, V2, a lot of people were asking for a partner commander version, and I had parameters for making the top loader thicker, so you could basically add 2 top loaders in there, but they would pretty easily mess up the model because the model wasn't designed that simply from the beginning to be parametric. So this version is better for that. If you want to put 2 partner commanders in the front, you just double the thickness of, or you just put however thick you want that gap to be as the, what was it? That one is the top loader thickness. So yeah, you just make that 10 and you double it, and there you go. 5 is already set up though for another one of the features of this new V3 fully, and I mean fully parametric version. The Commander, I'm so fried, guys. I made this video too many times. The Commander case. I will switch cameras here, and I will switch back to my screen after. I must switch back to the screen after. Here's the Commander case. So this is a V3 Commander case variant of the deck box. I have my Tifa inside this Commander case. This is like a mini snap case from Ultra Pro, similar in concept, unique though, not patented or whatever, trademarked by them. This is just you don't need to buy top loaders. You don't need to keep up with top loaders. You have a more customizable top loader that's a little stiffer, a little cooler looking, saves a little space in these height and width by sacrificing a little depth to have your commander in there. So it's really easy to just modify the top loader version to accommodate the commander case, and I've already done it for you if you're using the default commander case, the default sizing of it, which is you put your commander in a dragon shield sleeve or a similarly sized sleeve. What's going on with my mouse here? And then I'll have a default configuration for the. Oh, I'm actually in the wrong model here. This is another version. I'll show you in a moment. Commander case. Oh, it's already selected. Yeah, it's the Commander case variant, whatever. Made this video too many times. Thanks for hanging with me, everybody. But say I don't know, you don't want your commander to, you don't want to see the rules text or the whatever text under your commander. You just want to see the lovely art at the top. And so there is a there's going to be a parameter for that. It's going to be TL face base spacing. So we'll change it from 7. We'll go to 70. What is that going to look like? 70 is too much. Let's go to 50. But yeah, if you just want a little peeking window up there for your commander, or if you're making a Pokemon version of this, maybe you just want to like see your Pokemon art, you know, it'll be right there. Super easy to do. And you'll be able, like I said, do all this in the Maker World Customizer without having to download Fusion or open Fusion if you even already have it. Maybe you want to modify this to be like bulk storage for your cards. We'll switch to the top loader version here, and we'll go to deck thickness. Let's max out pretty much our X1C bed. So it's 69.2. Okay, 240, and wham! We've got bulk storage with a little slot up front here that you could put, say you wanted to keep all your red cards here, you could put a mountain and a top loader at the front here, and then you could have all your red cards in here. If you were to do this, I would put some notches in here for some card, like some little dividers to kind of stand your cards up if it's not full. I'll probably post a version of that though, because why not? I've done all the work already. But yeah, we'll set that back. But yes, there's so many parameters you can tune. If you've got, just more cards, or if they're double, triple sleeve, you can increase your deck thickness. If they're wider sleeves, you could make your deck width wider. If you're going sleeveless, if you're going commander, you could, measure your cards and set the deck width to be whatever your unsleeved card width is, and throw them in there. To each their own. It's very, very customizable. And I can't even remember if I mentioned this in this video, in this version of the video. There are optional magnets in this version, so you don't need them. This is important to me that you can print and use this without, and it worked well without additional hardware. It was true of V2, and it's true of V3. This version here has magnet holes and does not have magnets in it, and it fits great. Like, let me see. I'll even pull this off a little bit and try and shake the lid off. I'm shaking my cards out before I'm shaking my lid off. So good friction fit, though it can vary between filament colors, filament types, filament vendors, but even buying the same like PLA Basic from Bamboo Lab in a different color, it's going to have a slightly different fit. Now Bamboo is pretty consistent with their filaments, but I have some cheaper filaments from random brands I've picked up different places, and sometimes they'll be a lot tighter fit. Like these, I have this this filament actually changes colors. I'm going to switch my camera, and I'm going to remember to switch it back. I'm telling myself this because I have often not. This fits a good bit tighter. You can hear it scraping more. It's a cheaper filament, and it's just, I guess, not as tight tolerances on their widths. Maybe some other things, maybe some shrinkage stuff. Anyways, it's a tighter fit, so you definitely don't need magnets at this point. But maybe you leave this in your car. Maybe you just over time you wear down those mating faces, or I don't know, just over time the plastic creeps on its own without even heating up. You might want to add magnets in later. That's why I've left these in by default. Like, you can go and take these out, but I would recommend leaving them in there because there's a good chance over time you're going to want to put them in. Maybe your lid gets a little looser, or a little more loose. So yes, optional magnets, and I'll post a link to a good supplier of these. You can buy 150 of them for like $15 free shipping. So they come out after tax. They come out to be like basically 11 cents per magnet. So 12 magnets per unit here. You got 12 times, say 11 cents, $1.30 per case in magnets if you want to go that route. It's definitely a nice premium feel. I've got them on this case, which is, I've got it looser, a looser fit on the case, and the lid is really solid. It feels nice. It's not gonna wear out over time like the friction fit is. So the optional magnets, they're there. You can come into the Fusion file, which I'll post, and you can, you know, modify it to put different magnets on there if you want. But I would recommend getting these. There's not a lot of space to work with here, and I think those are the ones you should go with. But yes, optional magnets. Was I showed some of the parameters you could modify. Now I've got a few different versions. I don't know if did I show much of the commander case in this one. This is the commander case. This is how it snaps together. This is obviously a cutout profile of it. So you've got the front piece, which has these negative spaces for the back piece to kind of like snap into. It's easy to get your fingernail in there and split them apart when you want to. There's some that I've done like 3-4 times. They still go together fine. So I don't know what the limit on it is, but it's reusable. And then this goes down into the base part to keep from like your card being able to like slide under there. So anyways, this just helps hold your card captive, not let it go and get pinched or, shift over to the side. It's thick enough to where with some ductile matte bamboo PLA, maybe I said those in a weird order, that it is stiff enough. So yeah, I think I showed Tifa. I can't remember if I showed Tifa in this version, so I'll show Tifa. Stiffer than a top loader for sure. I have what? I'm losing my mind here. Like an open back version. That's what it's called. For flipping commanders, Sephiroth, Optimus. Maybe I said this in this video already. I'm losing my mind a little bit. I keep saying that, but yeah, it's good for transforming or flipping commanders, and it's plenty sturdy as well. I tested it on Tifa as well, and it worked great. So you just would need a transparent sleeve that you'd put in there. So maybe a penny sleeve, maybe like a double sleeving sleeve. This is also parametric. You can change the width and height of the card, your thickness of it all. But if you do, make sure you update your case parameters to accommodate your modified commander case dimensions. I think that's obvious, but maybe worth mentioning. So yeah, another thing that the commander case saves you some space. I'm rhyming all over my face. No, the top loader just spends so much extra. I don't know, like space. Not so much extra, but when you're really trying to optimize and maximize your use of space, that little bit be annoying. You got to add that much more height into your case. You got to add that much more width in your case. This you trade off is you add some thickness, but also make it more customizable, which is cool. What else was I gonna say about it? I don't know. I don't remember at this point. But yeah, don't have to buy or keep up with top loaders. Can print your own commander case. Throw it in there. I don't remember where I was going. Oh yeah, I was gonna point out the like how much more room you get back on the top. Sorry, this is trippy to do. The top and the sides and the bottom, like it's just a better fit. And with the top loaders as well, your sleeve could be like centered. It could be off to one side. So you really kind of want to leave that influences your spacing, how you line it up. But with the commander case, it's going to be held in place very nicely, very consistent, and you can design for that. Other versions. I'm excited to show the partner commander case, or the partner deck box here. A few people have requested this, and I will switch cameras again because I have one of these printed off. Here it is, with the lid off. I'll throw some commanders in there. and top loaders. This is a top loader version. Slide the lid on. No magnets needed. Though I did print this lid loose, so this actually probably does need magnets. But then you get your partner commanders in there, partners in crime or whatever. And yeah, there's that version. If you don't want to just use the regular version and make it twice as thick, I can't remember if I showed the magnets on this, but these are the magnets installed. I've also got great tools that make installing the magnets easy and idiot-proof, which is important because I don't think I'm that much of an idiot, and I have sure found some ways to be an idiot installing these magnets. So I have two different tools. One is for like single magnets for non-standard sizing of magnet positioning. This one is for standard sizing. So it fits like the profile of the rail on the inside and outside. And this is with the, like, say I was going to place these magnets. I can take one off the end here. Like normally it wouldn't be raised like that. But when you're going to put them on, you throw your magnets on there. Well, when you like make the jig, the tool, you need to make sure that all the magnets are in the same orientation, and then you're good. And then you can't mess it up. This fits onto the profile. I'll take the magnets off, actually. The extra magnets. So this fits onto the side profile. So what you do is you put the magnets on there, you press them in, you put a dot of glue on each of them, you press it in, and then you slide it, and you lift off, and then you run over it with your finger, make sure they're pressed in, make sure you've got any runoff glue if you're not used to how much you need to put. Then do it for the other side, same thing. And then for the lid, you will use the opposite side. You can see it'll follow the inside of the lid here. So anyways, this is nice if you're making one. It's very nice if you're making more than one. If you do not make a tool to do this, you will mess up. I have a magnet tool that I have used for other things. I have messed up too many cases that I've made using that magnet tool. So you need to make at least this one. This is for the single magnets for non-standard spacings of them. It works similarly, but it's just like one magnet at a time. You put a magnet on, put it out of glue, put it in, slide it off, push down and wipe. You're good. Repeat for all 12. It's very quick. It's very user-friendly. Those are the magnet tools and the magnets. Last thing, I'm also excited about this. Let me actually share my screen. I have been hurt too many times. Where is it? Is this it? No. Here we go. The extra compartment version. So this is a parametric compartment. You can change the depth, the width, the height, the thickness. Excuse me. I guess the thickness and the depth are the same thing in this. But maybe you want to put a bunch of dice in there. Maybe you want to have sideboard stuff. Maybe you want to have your tokens there. I'm looking at the camera when I'm talking. Should we talk this way? But like I said, it's all parametric. So you go to extra compartment. You can change the depth, width, height, and then you can change that chamfer if you really want to get that width all the way up to the edge, and the chamfer starts giving you an issue. Like I think if I could go to 74, and if I set the chamfer distance to like 0.5, I'd be able to still have that. Maybe I want to set this to 20 and have it be, not so deep. Maybe I don't care about getting every bit of height out of here. Maybe I just have like a set amount of dice that I want to carry and I don't want them jingling around. You could tune in the right volume for that and then set, now you've got your height set there to 80. Maybe you want to go 60. Why not? You make it taller. So just showing off the parameters here. Yeah, that's the extra compartment version. Has magnets as well and non-standard spacing. That's why I made the single tool, which I think the single tool is good anyways. If you're making different, modifying the parameters widely. But yeah, sure you can think of lots of things to throw in here. One thing I'm excited to put in there is have these mini counters, and I made this case for them. And I like to some of my decks. I need this, like my Helga deck. I need to track my mana, the mana that I am puking out with Helga, and I have to have mana counters, and they have to go into the double digits. Got to put a lot of counters on everything in that deck. So I mostly just get this out for my Helga deck. But maybe you have a deck that involves counters a lot or large amounts of mana. But my plan is to make a version of this where it's basically just the base here, and it'll be less wide, obviously, so it fits down into that extra compartment. And maybe have like half of it be for the counters, the mini counters, and then half of it for some dice. And it will just slide down into the extra compartment with no lid. Like I said, it'll just be the base. Slide it out, and I can just set it on the table and have a nice place to kind of work from with all my counters. So yeah, that's the extra compartment version. If anyone's interested, I did make another version where the extra compartment is detachable. If you would have a use case for that, I couldn't think of one, of a good one at least. So yeah, let me know. I'll share this file with you, or I can try and implement it if it's an idea that I think is cool and would want to use myself. So that's the video. I think I've said everything at least once. I hope I have. Hope you, if you make these, I hope you enjoy using it. Hope it works well for you. Feel free to give me feedback. I'm thinking about putting a little donate thing on the model, because yeah, I wonder if some people would want to donate. If I've seen some people made a lot of these and seem really happy with them, and I have put a ton of time, effort, and money. Not a ton of money, I guess. The filament isn't that. I don't know. $40, $50 maybe in developing this in filament, at least I could say so. But I guess that's good bit of money. So would welcome any any donations. No pressure to it all. I just hope you use this and you enjoy it. Don't care if you're in a position to donate or anything like that. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. Follow me on Maker World. Follow me here on YouTube. And yeah, thanks. Do all the things. Like, comment, whatever, for the algorithm. And appreciate you. See ya.